Hey, friend, Graham Cochran here. I just want to encourage you a little bit today. As I'm filming this, it's the end of the year. We're getting to the end of the year. And so when I get to the end of the year, I always tend to look back on the year and try to reflect on what happened for better or for worse in my personal life, but as we're talking about here on this channel, my business life. Now, if you're like most business owners, you spend the entire year with your head down, focusing on what you got to do. You're launching products, you're trying to get new customers, you're trying to get as many sales as possible, you're trying to maybe fix problems in your back end, and you rarely, if ever, come up for air and look around and sort of see how things are going. Sometimes we do that because we're actually afraid to look around, but a lot of times it's because we just haven't taken the chance to look around and assess. Now, as we get to the end of this year, and if you're watching this and it's the middle of the year, either way, don't miss out on this opportunity to count the fruit in your business. And what the heck does that mean? Okay, if your business were to grow an apple orchard and you spent all year planting apple tree seeds, tending your orchard, watering it, cultivating the soil, keeping predators out, and making sure that your trees could grow healthy, if at the end of the year that's all you did, you would have a general idea that hopefully trees grew. So you could say, yeah, the orchard was successful, it grew. But you don't know specifics. Wouldn't it be better to actually stop and get on a ladder, climb up, and look at your apple trees and count every single apple on every single tree that you own so that you could know exactly how many apples you grew that year? So the same analogy applies to your business. Whether it was a boom year or a bust year, I'm sure there was some good that came out of the year. I'm sure there was some fruit that is there if you would just try to count it and name it and reflect on it. And if you don't do this process, a lot of good things could have happened, but they'll be swept under the rug. You won't remember them. And that's unfortunate because you worked so hard. You've worked so hard this year to either start something new and launch it, or to grow it to the next level, or just get better at your marketing or your sales copy or whatever it is. You've worked hard. Maybe you're trying to even balance it alongside a day job or a family or going to school. You've worked hard. You deserve to know what you accomplished in a true, tangible, specific way. So, what I wanted to do for you today was give you some simple examples of fruit you could count. Maybe this will make it a little more clear for you. I want to just bullet through these in no particular order of things that I look for and I'm going to continue to count for my own businesses. And I want to encourage you to look back on and count as well. The most obvious fruit you can count is actual business revenue. Have you actually added up and tallied up how much revenue your business generated this year? I want to know to the dollar. So look it up. Ask your accountant, get into QuickBooks or wherever you keep track of it. Figure out gross income, just how much revenue came in. It might surprise you in a good way. You might feel like the year was worse than it was last year, but maybe you made a little bit more. I would want to know that, even if it's only $1,000 extra this year. Related to that, did you have any successful product launches? And by successful, I mean profitable. Did you launch something new that actually put more money in your pocket than it cost to bring to market? If so, write that down, count that fruit. That is incredible. Personal finance goals. Were you able to hit any personal finance goals in your home life or family life due to your business? Maybe you were able to pay off some debt because of your business, or set aside some savings in an emergency fund, or get into your first home, or pay for your kids to go to college or private school. Or maybe you just wanted to take a vacation because you've been working so hard and you took a family vacation for the first time in 5 years because your business made enough money to do it. If that's all your business did this year, that's something to count and something to celebrate. Any challenges you overcame or any solutions you discovered for major problems in your business. Maybe it was, like I said, a back end problem in your software, or a cash flow problem, or a hiring problem, and you solve that problem, you solve that challenge. That's something to count and celebrate. Any new experiences you had this year in your business? Did you travel for your business and go anywhere cool? Did you go to any conferences? Did you network? Did you get a really cool, unique experience due to your business? That is something to celebrate and count. What about new people that you met this year because of your business that impacted you? Who are they? What are their names? In what ways did they impact you? These are all things to think about and write down. Books that you read this year that affected you, any business books that you read that really impacted you in your business, that really enhanced the way you think about your business. YouTube channels or online resources you discovered, like this guy, that have made a big impact in your business and in your day-to-day life. Take note of who those people are and what those resources are that you stumbled across for the first time this year. What about any charities you were able to support and donate business profit to this year? Who are those charities? How much were you able to give them? What kind of impact is that going to have on real people because of your donation or donations? That is fruit to count. That's one of the biggest things you can do with having a business is actually bless other people who don't have the ability to create revenue like you and I do as entrepreneurs. That's one of the biggest types of fruit you can count, in my opinion. Any employees or contractors that you were able to hire and pay and provide for because of your business. Those are other people's livelihoods that you're able to help support and impact because of what your business is doing. Even if it's one person, one contractor you hired to design something or to fix something or build something, you were able to bless somebody because of your business. That's fruit to count. And finally, any schedule adjustments that you were finally able to make this year in your business that affect your work and life balance in a positive and helpful way. Was there a broken system or a broken schedule that you had that you took the time to fix and made the effort to fix, that even if revenue wasn't really up, let's say, your free time was increased or your flexibility was increased, or you just have a better schedule that functions better with your life and your family and your goals? That is something to know, to count, and to celebrate. So those are just some examples of fruit that I would be counting, that I'm going to be counting, that you should be counting. I'm sure there are many more, but the idea is simple. And here's the challenge for you. In the next 2 weeks, okay, in the next 2 weeks, promise me you will find time to sit down for maybe 2 hours. 1 hour might be enough, maybe 2 hours. In the next 2 weeks, sit down and write down every piece of fruit you can count. Go through that list that I just described. Anything that comes to mind on that list or not on that list, that is something that grew because of your business, something healthy, something desirable, something good that grew because of your business this year. Write it down. You don't just want to think about it. You don't just want to reflect on it. That's the beginning of the process, but writing it down, naming it, engraving it on stone tablets, as it were, makes it real, makes it permanent. And you deserve to know that and feel that because you've worked so hard this year. And that will encourage you. That will encourage the heck out of you as you look to the new year, as you look to the next 6 to 12 months, and you think, you know what? I'm doing better than I thought I was doing. I've actually accomplished a lot. My business is healthier than I thought it was. Maybe there's still some things that are broken that need to be fixed. Okay, maybe you're not at your income goals. That's a possibility. But look at what fruit is actually there instead of what you wish you had. Look at what you've actually been able to accomplish. And if you don't write it down, it disappears. And in fact, I want to challenge you one step further. Before you go, right now, leave a comment below this video with just one thing, the one piece of fruit that came to your mind the fastest while you listen to that list. I'm sure there are plenty more. But before you go and have your 1 or 2 hours away to really count the fruit, just list one thing that you would want to count as fruit this year and leave it in a comment below and just share it. If you feel comfortable sharing it, share it here as a beginning of the process for you, part of the challenge for you to get you thinking, but B, to encourage the rest of us. Because if we can start to see all the fruit that we're each growing in our businesses, I think it'll inspire us to keep counting, because we're going to find more and more fruit when we do. So enjoy the end of the year, or whenever you're watching this as you're reflecting on your business. And I'm excited and pumped for you in the new year as you look at the fruit you've counted, ride off that high, and go into the new year ready to grow more and to bless more people and make a difference through your business. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. I'll see you on another video real soon.